This week marks the 100th anniversary of the Titanic's first and last voyage. And this morning, a memorial cruise is following the unsinkable ship's original route across the North Atlantic.
Willem Marx is in Southampton, England, with the story. Willem, hello to you and welcome.
Good morning, Gail, Charlie. The Titanic disaster continues to captivate people right around the world, but it was here in the port city of Southampton where the fateful voyage began all those years ago. Yesterday, a special kind of journey got underway to honor those lost at sea. For the 1,309 passengers sailing to New York on the MS Balmoral, the real journey is slipping back in time.
We want to relive the ship of dreams.
Almost 100 years ago from this port in Southampton, England, the Titanic set off on her maiden voyage. The rest is history, and a memorial cruise set sail yesterday to pay tribute.
My grandfather, Alexander James Littlejohn, was a first-class steward on RMS Titanic.
Like Philip Littlejohn, many on board are direct descendants of Titanic passengers.
He was in lifeboat 13. He helped to get it filled. He said we got 35 women and children into it. We shouted for more, but none were forthcoming.
My great-uncle lost his life. His body was never recovered. He gave his life jacket to a lady.
Titanic is much, much more than just a ship. It's 2,225 individual stories, some of which we still haven't learned. And although perhaps 4 generations have passed, the family lore and the family recollection of their loved ones' involvement in the story has caused them to do all kinds of researching into the background of their loved one.
Tracy Brailsford and her sister Terry are honouring a total stranger.
Sort of sailing in memory of a third-class passenger named Becca Hockerainen. And he was a honeymooner bringing his wife back to the United States. So he has no children, no family to commemorate him, so I'm doing that.
The 12-day cruise recreates the Titanic's fateful route. First stop was Cherbourg, France. Today they port in Cove, Ireland, then head out into the Atlantic to the site of the shipwreck, where they'll hold a vigil on April 15th. Balmoral will then head to Halifax, Canada, where many of the Titanic's victims are buried. And then the final port, New York City.
To complete the trip that so many of them didn't make. You know, we're going to finish that trip for them.
During the voyage, guests will enjoy some of the luxury that was supposed to define the Titanic experience.
There'll be a Titanic dish on every meal that we serve. We'll have a Titanic band on board, as well as a fantastic lineup of world-class lecturers.
Among the speakers, Commodore Ron Warwick, who says modern ships literally owe their lives to the 100-year-old tragedy.
A lot of good came out of it. Ships then added more lifeboats. They introduced the International Ice Patrol, and they introduced 24-hour radio watchkeeping.
Technology that should provide a safe journey for those aboard the Balmoral, so passengers can recount and reflect.
It's the chance to remember what grandfather did 100 years ago, and also to remember those people who weren't as fortunate as him.
And that need to remember is clearly strong. Passengers are drawn from 28 countries, and some of them paid up to $9,500 to join the cruise. Tomorrow is the day the Titanic actually left from here, and I'll be live then on the dock from where it set sail.
Willem Marx, thank you, reporting live from England. Why do you think, Charlie, 100 years later, it's still so fascinating? I went to go see the movie yesterday, Titanic in 3D. I'm still one of the ones.
How was it in 3D?
It was still, the movie still holds up after all these years, but I'm still fascinated too.
It's just incredible stories, and stories like you just heard the story of a man who gave up his life jacket.
Yeah.
And so that a woman would survive.
So
those kinds of stories, also stories of cowardice and stories of the human spirit rising to the occasion.